Hi everyone, Chaz916 here. Okay, so today I decided I'm going to do the survey. So here we go. This is the survey for the proposed OGL 1.2. It's on D&D Beyond. If you haven't checked it out, you should. Okay, first question. If you choose not to provide feedback on this content, you will still have an opportunity to provide other feedback. Okay, well, yes, I want to provide feedback. Okay. Next. Now that you have read the proposed OGL 1.2, what concerns and questions do you have? Okay. My concerns are, number one, what's been left out? Number two, the author. Okay, let me finish this up and then I'll talk about it briefly. Okay. Okay, guys. Basically, in this question, what they're asking me is, after having read OGL 1.2, what concerns or questions come to mind? Okay, so what I put down was, as a concern, what's been left out? Okay, let me touch that up, L-E-F-T. And let me put some of these in here. Okay, guys, so feedback survey question number 2. Now that you've read the proposed OGL 1.2, what concerns or questions come to mind for you? Number 1. My first concern is the things that have been left out. There's no royalty payments, no refinancing, no registration, no ownership of contact, all of these things. So my question and my concern is, can the OGL be amended later? Yes, we know you're saying it's not going to be irrevocable, but doesn't say anything about being amended. So that is a concern. Also, can these things be implemented outside of the OGL? Number 2, the deauthorization of 1.0A. My understanding was that that was irrevocable, and if you can revoke it, what's to stop you from revoking all or part of 1.2 when it suits you? Concern number 3 is with the SDR 5.1, which of course I think is a good thing. However, there's a phrase in it, or any previous version. Now, that phrase, as it is applied in there, seems to indicate that there is an effort to shut down in-game development and future development of OSRs, and that's a definite concern. And then number 4 is 3A and 3B. Those rules are very good for D&D, not so good as a creator and for developers. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. After reading the OGL 1.2, how has your perception of the future in D&D changed compared to before reading it? Worse. What would be needed? Actions to counter my previous concerns and questions. Okay, moving on. The following questions cover material found in the Introduction to System Reference Document 5.1. How would you rate your understanding and your level of satisfaction with the Creative Commons Attribution number 4? I would rate my understanding of it at a 4. How would you rate your level of understanding and satisfaction with the content found in that will be released under the Creative Commons? Again, I'm going to say 4. I'm not a lawyer or anything like that. Do you have any comments about the Creative Commons attribution? I like it as a creator, but I understand that a lot of the SRD is game mechanics that are not copyrightable. So it's okay. Okay. I like it as a creator, but I understand a lot of the SRD is game mechanics that are not copyrightable. So it's okay. Moving on. How would you rate your understanding and your level of satisfaction with the notice of deauthorization? My satisfaction level. Okay, let me go back. Here, my understanding would be a 4. My level of satisfaction is a 2. How would you rate your understanding and your level of satisfaction? Okay, with the content. I would say again that it's okay. My level of satisfaction is pretty low. Okay. Now, and this is your level of understanding with the notice of deauthorization. My knowledge in this area is low. My satisfaction is even lower. Basically, I have concerns as previously expressed. Okay, moving on. The following questions cover material found in sections 1.1 through 4 of the proposed OGL 1.2 license. Okay. How would you rate your understanding and your level of satisfaction with the types of content covered? My level of understanding is at least average. My level of satisfaction, not so good. How would you rate your level of understanding and your level of satisfaction with content ownership rights? My satisfaction is okay. Trying to infringe on creator content rights. And basically what I'm just saying here is that I'm happy that they are not attempting to infringe on the creator's rights. Okay. Okay, I think I would go a 4 on that one. Okay. Not sure how much I trust your intents. So I'm going to drop that down 1. Okay. Okay, the following questions cover material found in sections 5 and 6 of the proposed OGL 1.2. How would you rate your level of understanding and level of section? You control your content section. This is kind of similar to what I've already answered, so I'm going to go with a 4 and a 4. How would you rate your understanding and your level of section with warranties and disclaimers? Less and less. How would you rate your understanding and your level of section with modifications and terminations? Average and less satisfied. The use of harmful and morality rules in terminating licenses the use of harmful a term you can solely determine and punish is find a legal equivalent, legal term that will work. The use of harmful, which is stated in the warranties and disclaimers, to me, and is punishable by termination of license is unacceptable. Find a legal term that will work. Okay. Alright, let's move on. How would you rate your understanding and level of satisfaction? Oh, did I do the satisfaction on that one? No. Yeah, I did. Okay. Moving on. The following questions cover material found in the virtual tabletop policy. How would you rate your understanding and your level of satisfaction? I would rate my level of understanding here and my level of satisfaction way down there. I acknowledge that you have a right to control the use of your copyrighted content in VTTs. You do not have the right to define what VTT is. Or try to control its development via with license policy. Okay, moving on. Have you used the OGL 1.0 or previous versions of the OGL to create third-party content? No. Do you want to create third-party content for D&D in the future? Yes, I would like to. Would you be comfortable releasing TTRPG content under the proposed? No. Why do you say that? Too many problems. I have concerns about the language and potential uses of the policies Okay, I have concerns about the usage. And Hasbro's and WOTC's intent. I accept that companies have a right to make a profit, but I am against greed and monopolies and greed and opportunistic policies. Okay. The following questions cover material found in the introduction to Systems Reference Document 5.1. How would you rate your interest in using the Content Creator badge as part of your third-party works? Okay, so it's basically asking me for my opinion on a content creator badge, and basically my interest in using something like this would be kind of low. If I was seeking to license copyrighted material, it would be okay, but I really believe that it benefits the WOTC and Hasbro much more than it benefits the creator. So, I really don't know. My interest in it is really low. Okay. You can save your answers and come back using a link that will be sent to your email. Please ensure you have received the link. Continue before leaving the survey. If you choose to do so, the email address is not saved or associated with your final response. Once this question is submitted, what other feedback do you have for us? If OGL 1.2, 1.0 A was issued as irrevocable, leave it and use a modified version of 1.2 with no mentions of 1.0A or previous versions. The OGL 1.A was if OGL 1.A was issued as irrevocable, leave it. Don't go back on your word. Don't go back on your word. For the word and intent of your predecessors. Leave it and move on. Okay, so basically they're asking me for any additional responses, and my final response was, if OGL 1.0A was issued irrevocable, don't go back on your work or the work and intent of your predecessors. Leave it as is. Leave it as is and use a modified version of 1.2 with no mentions of 1.0A or previous versions. That's my submission. Okay. Alright, folks. That does it for now. Hopefully they'll listen. We'll see.